It has been a long time that I actually made a lens review. Welcome back, I am Mauro and this is the review of the Sony ZEISS 55mm F1.8. As you know, I switched from the Lumix Micro Four Thirds system to the full-frame Sony system, and yeah, I am filming right now with the Sony A7 III, and I got a couple of lenses, the Samyang 35mm that I'm actually filming right now, the Sony ZEISS 55mm F1.8, and the 16-34 f4 zoom wide lens. In the last couple of months I shot a ton of footage with this lens, weddings, travels, and gathered a really great experience with it, and I wasn't ready to make this review until now. I didn't want to rumble around without a proper long-term test. I have only one word for this lens. It's awesome. Let's rumble inside a little for the specs. This is one of the most sharpest lenses in the all Sony lens range. It's a full metal body build. Sony claims that this lens is a dust and moisture resistant design, but the rear mount is not gasketed, so you have to be aware about that. The focus ring is very fluent and excellent for manual focus pulls in video mode, with the focus peaking set to high. You can always nail a perfect focus in video. The lens hood is made from a thick, high-quality plastic and it attached to the lens firmly. And it's rather large and increases the volume of the lens a lot. The upside is that it protects the front of the lens very well. All the ZEISS lineup is very effective with coatings. The lens does not lose contrast in even very demanding situations. It can provoke minor ghosting under extreme conditions, but I would call the ZEISS 55 an excellent performer in this regard. Talking about chromatic aberration, well, that's the only part that I really don't like. Wide open there is a lot of color cast on bright day and high contrast images. In video you will notice, well, less of this because of the movement. The chromatic aberration in photos can be fixed very easily in Lightroom. And in video mode there will be actually less visible, so you will be fine with that. The lens features 9 rounded aperture blades, giving it a characteristic highlight rendering. The lens is built with 5 lens groups and 7 elements, which 3 of them are aspherical. Let's talk about autofocus and autofocus continuous, cause I use a lot this lens for my video work, also mounted on my DJI Ronin S. People mostly use wide-angle lenses like this, the 16-35 on their gimbals, and that's okay. I am using it also a lot for first dance, weddings, for reveal shots and panorama reveals. But the 55 F1.8 gives you that really great depth of field and a dynamic compressed shot. And balancing with the Ronin S is really easy and simple. The autofocus continuous is so good on the Sony A7 III that actually you can be really safe that your subject will remain in focus all the time, even in Full HD 120 frames per second 100 megabit mode. I started using this lens actually so much that it stays on my Ronin S and my A7 III 50% when I'm shooting weddings. And the other great feature is that you can combine it with your A7 III APS-C mode, and in the crop mode it will be actually a near 85mm, great for run and gun situations. The focusing speed is lightning fast in photo and video, and very accurate too. There is no noise at all while focusing, the motors are really quiet and you will not pick up any noise from your microphone mounted on top. I really like the tiny form factor cause I'm coming from the Micro Four Thirds system. I'm also liking the color rendering. I really love the colors coming out of this lens. Crisp, warm, excellent pickup tones. And I have to tell you, I really don't like one thing of this lens, and it's the focusing distance. It's half a meter. I was used with the Micro Four Thirds system to get really near macro shots with all my Micro Four Thirds lenses. This lens isn't a case. And I really feel that the half meter is a little more, so for close-ups this isn't the perfect lens. In hard light, wide open can show a lot of chromatic aberration in photos and videos. And the other thing that I don't like is the price. It's not cheap for an f1.8. You have to accept the downside to actually adore this lens. It's your choice. I made mine. This is my first pickup where I'm filming something, followed by my Samyang 35mm f1.4 that I'm actually filming right now, and for great openings and wide panoramas I use the 16-35 f4. More of these lenses in the following weeks, where I will be also talking about the Sony A7 III and how I configure it in video. This video was actually shot all in S-Log3. I really hope that you like this video, and don't hesitate to comment down below and ask me anything about this lens, cause I am using it a lot. Subscribe for more lens review, Sony A7 III stuff, Mavic 2 Pro cinematography stuff, and don't forget to check the bell ring icon to get notified every time I make a new video. See ya in the next one.